Welcome to my channel. Now today we're making a Necromancer guide for beginners, level 1 to 60. Let's get into it. So you decided to play Necromancer. Of course you did. One of the coolest, most badass looking classes. Just how he looks alone is good enough to choose it. But not only that, the fact that, to be honest, we don't want to do a lot of effort. We want to destroy things by pressing one or two buttons and just chill. Easy peasy. That's what we want. Necromancer has to offer all of it. All of it. Necromancer, from one of the bottom tier classes, is now on the top S tier godlike classes. But we'll talk about that in another video. In this video, we're going to talk about Necromancer from level 1 to level 60. So you could breeze through the content and easily reach the goal. So then you could start out the actual game, the end game material. I'm gonna show you how the build works, what it can do, and how to build it. So stick around and let's get into this episode. First, we want to look at how the build looks once you build it. So you're not gonna follow a guide if the build sucks, guys. You're gonna follow the build if it's good. And to be honest, what you want to do is play minions, because minions attack everything and you get your max experience by just killing everything. But not only that, you want to survive too. So if you pay attention to my skill bar in the bottom, I'm only using Reap over and over and over, and the ultimate skill. And you can see the ultimate skill, the cooldown keeps reducing and reducing and reducing so quick. You can see how it just keeps reducing, and then when it's ready, I use it again, and it with Reap alone, it's just going the cooldown over and over, reducing it so I can use it again and again and again. And if you pay attention to my life, it's constantly it has a barrier and fortification. I'm just not dying, guys. I'm not taking a lot of damage at all. I'm not dying, which is very important, because if you're dying, then you're not making good progress. So I'll show you how not to die, how to use your ultimate skill as quick as I'm using it over and over and over. And I have all the skills I need, but I basically just spam Reap so I could just go back to using my ultimate skill. Now this challenge right here, that pillar, that if you press that pillar, is a good test as a beginner to see if your build is any good, because you just gotta survive this gauntlet. And if you don't have enough life and survivability, or your attack, you don't have enough attack, you just won't survive. So this is a perfect example of how good the build is for beginners. So far, guys, come on, that was badass. You gotta admit, that was badass. Alright guys, now we're gonna talk about what's important, the skills and the gear. So let's see what we got. So this is gonna be from level 1 to 60, because they changed everything up. So what I basically did is that I went for all the gear that increases my intelligence, my max life, and resource cost reduction is really good, but I concentrated on max life and intelligence. That's what I mainly did. If you look at all my gear, I have max life. I specifically, because I had problems surviving, so max life was a big thing all the way to level 60. And of course, this one, my boots have movement speed, max life, intelligence, max life, intelligence, max life, intelligence. Well, you see what I mean. Max life, intelligence. I went max life and intelligence on everything, because from 1 to 60, I don't have a build made yet. So I'm just trying to survive, trying to hit hard, and get things done as quick as possible. Actually, it, I don't have a build done yet, but this is really good so far. Actually, I might turn this into a build. It's doing quite well. So what I'm doing is that I'm obviously doing a minion, and skeletal warriors. I choose the skill cooldown, like using the reapers with the cooldown by 3 seconds. It's super good, bro. Like everything that I did is based on cooldown. The mages, I have the code mages for the essence, returning essence. And when we come to the skills, as you can see, I just reached level 60. You can see right there in the experience bar in the bottom, it's blue. There's only one. And I messed up and pressed that, but that's not part of it. All right. So if we go to the skill tree right here, we go to the skill tree, reap. Guys, reap is super good. I ended up just using reap all the time, guys, all the time. And then we went over here and reap increases our attack speed. That's something I really went into because I used to play barbarian with super high attack speed, and I decided I really liked that, so I went with reap, super high attack speed, and the ability to regenerate corpses every 4 seconds. Because corpses, we need corpses so we can get more minions or heal the minions. So that's super good. Over here in the core skills, I don't have any core skill. I just went for the passives, which is a chance to create a corpse, and over here increase my essence, and that's pretty much it. I just put points there so I could get down here, and down here I got blood mist. Blood mist is our things are going bad emergency skill button. When you're about to die, you press blood mist, and blood mist will make you immune to everything and will heal you. So you really want that. Blood mist overpowers, reduce blood mist skill, and over here, blood mist leaves corpses. This is really good when you're fighting a boss, because when you're fighting a boss, there's no enemies to create corpses, so it's just the boss. So if you press blood mist, and it creates corpses, super useful, super good, guys, super good to have infinite corpses all around. Now, right here, this helped me a lot for my survivability, which is 15% chance to grant yourself a barrier. That really helped, guys. I won't lie, I was dying, I was very squishy, and I put this and another skill which I will show you soon, and they help me so much. The skeletal warrior mastery, you're gonna need that, because of course your skeletal warriors are big in damage. You need them to do big damage and have resistances. Now over here, I just put this because I had extra. I don't know if this is helping me or not, but it can't hurt, can I? Like increase critical lucky hit chance increase. This one right here, guys, I don't like being slow. This is up to you if you're gonna put this. I would say these right here is up to you if you want them or not. I just love movement speed. I don't like being slow. Over here, Death Embrace. This is super good. Close enemies take more damage and you get reduced damage. We're using Decrepify. Yes, we're using Decrepify, and we got this to the max to do more damage to enemies that are cursed. This is a cursed skill. So then we have Enhanced Decrepify, which has a chance to stun the enemy, which is not bad. But in reality, we like this one right here. 15% chance to reduce the cooldown, guys. So we have our skeletons that reduce cooldown, and then we have the Crepify that reduces cooldown. That's two. that reduce cooldown right there. And the reason we want the cooldown, I'll give me a minute. Let me get there. Let me get there, guys. All right. Over here we have the same thing. Skeletal Mage Mastery. You're gonna want that maxed out. Then we get over here, and over here, Corpse Tendril. I always use Corpse Tendril. It's basically a must when you're playing Necromancer. It's so useful to gather all the enemies in one spot and just blast them out. And I chose over here to get make them vulnerable. I haven't tested this out. I'll see what happens, but making them vulnerable is really good. They take more damage. You can't go wrong with making them vulnerable. Over here, Necrotic Carapace. This fortifies you, which basically gives you a shield on top of your life. That one combined with this one, which fortifies you with a barrier, guys, that's how I increased my survivability because I was super squishy. And with those two together, it made a hell of a difference, and now it's super hard to die. Super hard to die, as you saw in the footage. Like, I could tank things just by using those, plus a few stuff in the gear that I'm gonna show you. Super useful, guys. And this is the creme of the build, guys. Soul Rift is a new ultimate skill which basically absorbs, okay, you absorb the soul of the enemy, but you increase your damage of the enemies that you. It's just super good, and it makes all the enemies vulnerable. And the thing about it is, with this particular build that I just came up with out of nowhere, it just happened. Um, you have such a reduced cooldown that you keep using this over and over and over and over, and it's so good. You use it it's so good, guys. It's so good. Now over here, I took Inspiring Leader, max that out. Hellbent Commander, max that out. I took Death's Defense to increase the armor, the resistance for your minions, so they could overall survive longer. And then this one right here is so they could heal. So it's really hard for the minions to die, and it's super good in my opinion. Instead of having to revive them. And then over here, your minions gain 3% attack speed. So there's a lot of attack speed, which is super good for everybody to do more DPS. Plus the cooldown. Now, let's. The Paragon board, this is just a guide to level 60. I haven't even started the Paragon board. That will be in my end game guide. But right now, I got nothing right there. This is just a beginner's tutorial. So now, over here in my weapon, I chose to imprint the weapon with the legendary effect. Each time your minions damage an enemy, they gain attack speed for 3 seconds, increasing the minions' attack speed. And if I'm not mistaken, the minions have increased attack speed when you have increased attack speed. Plus, they get even more attack speed. So they end up super crazy, just attacking super quick, super fast, doing amazing DPS. Then over here, we have, in my boots, I chose, after casting 5 basic skills, which the basic skill is going to be the Reap. So after doing the Reap 5 times, all your cooldowns go down by 2 seconds. You could have 2.5 seconds if you get a better roll, but that helps with reducing all these cooldown reductions. Help, so you could do your ultimate skill over and over and over. In my pants, I have survivability, which is the Juggernaut. You gain armor, but your evade is increased. You don't need to evade if you're a tank. So armor it is, guys. Over here, this is essential in my opinion. In my gloves, I have occult domination. which is your maximum number of skeletal warriors and skeletal mages is increased by 2, increasing the amount of skeletons you have, increasing your DPS a lot. Then over here, damaging an elite creates a barrier. So the pants and the chest piece give me survivability, armor and barrier for survivability, and it works really well with the skills I put. In my helmet, this is particularly something that I just ended up really liking, which is every 8 seconds your skeletal mages cast Blizzard, and it just works so good because it freezes. So the corpse tendrils daze the enemy, and then the blizzard freezes the enemy in place. So most of the time, the enemy are gonna be stun locked, and you're just doing damage and damage and damage, which is super good in my opinion. I think I might do a build with this skeletal cold damage unless I find something better and more powerful. But I really like that the amount of crowd control this creates where everybody's just stunned or frozen. I like it. I like it a lot. Then in my necklace, I have your minions gain increased damage while alive. So period. Increased damage while alive. Yes, please. Just a lot of damage. Then one of my rings has Moonrise. What is going on right now? Does somebody show up? One of my rings has Moonrise. Damaging an enemy with a basic skill grants attack speed. Guys, stacking up to 5 times, guys. Gaining, you get like a blood rage, and it's just super good. The more, and it increases your movement speed too. The more, remember, if you attack, where is it? If you attack up to 5 times, where is it? If you attack up to 5 times with a basic skill, you get a cooldown. So right here, your basic skill, so the faster you get those 5 attacks, the faster and faster and faster you go, guys. It's amazing. It's amazing. And then over here, in my other ring, I have basic skill gains 27%. So you could even have that up to 35 and you get a better roll, but even more attack speed, guys. And this is basically the gear I ended up getting on up to level 60. This is the basics of the basics. This is all you need to get here, and you're good. You're awesome. All this gear that I have back here is just gear that just dropped that I intend on equipping on my character so I could keep pushing forward, because now we got to do a better build. We got to get stronger to get to Torment World 1 or World 1 Torment, whatever, however it's said. But that's our next goal, and now I got to make my build better by getting better gear, and that's a whole nother guide, a whole nother story. And eventually I'll have my end game build, guys. Guys, please like and subscribe, therefore you won't miss out on any of these updates and content I put out. I appreciate you guys for being here, and those of you who subscribe, thank you for being awesome. Now I want to make sure that I'm not forgetting anything. So I talked about the gear, I talked about the skeletal mages and the skeletal warriors, and I told you about all the skills, guys. I think that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. I'm not missing anything that I know of. This is pretty much all you have to do from level 1 to 60. Now, besides that, just as an extra tip, make sure you concentrate on going to Hell Tides to get your maximum experience, and make sure you get these done. Make sure you get this done, the Round Walker, because that is gonna progress towards the Saccharum Remnant headquarter, whatever that you're gonna need that to progress, and you're gonna have some potions like these potions right here, make sure you always use potions, guys. You could stack these with these. You could use one of these, the normal ones, and one of these. So it's 30 minutes. 30 minutes with increased experience, making your journey way easier, way faster, guys. So one more time, if you follow everything like I told you, everything should work out just like this. You keep spamming Reap. Reap keeps getting faster and faster, making the cooldown of your ultimate skill really easy to keep pressing over and over and over, making it easy to do damage of everything in the screen, increasing your damage of your minions, the speed, everything just boosts. Use your corpse tendril to gather everything up and daze it. And as you can see, the skeletal mages are doing blizzard, which stuns everything. It's awesome. Make sure you use the Decrepify, I forget a lot, because it helps with the cooldown as well. And then the mist is just an escape dying button. If you follow everything correctly, you'll be set. Thank you guys for watching. Please leave a like, subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next Diablo 4 update video. Peace, guys.